Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Thanks so much for joining me, whether you're with me here at 10:40 p.m., 10:40 a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 1 a.m., 1 p.m., maybe even a 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. Doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being here. We have a great master topic for the week, everyone, in case you weren't following. The keys to time management. Okay. So the keys to time management. That's where we're at this week. And it's a really important thing because management is where everything kind of trickles down from. All right. So the first piece, by the way, we're on the Keys to Time Management Series 3, Show 30. And our granular topic for tonight is a significant pillar of time management is organization. Series 3, Show 30, episode number 2. All right. So the first part of time management that's very important tonight we're going to talk about, and that's organization. So under organization, we have mission, values, and we have vision. If you don't have these, well, then you're just going to be spinning aimlessly. So a clear mission, your values, your vision, where you want to go, will guide your time management and your decision-making process a lot easier because you're going to be able to see it. So that's really important. I know a lot of people that don't have a vision, and when they don't have a vision, it's like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do now? Like, how do I do anything? And it might sound like something that's crazy, but it's really the truth, ladies and gentlemen. The next thing I can't stress upon enough is open communication. Be transparent so you can improve efficiency with open lines of communication. This is really key, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, really, really key. If you don't have open communication, you might as well just go home. I mean, it's that bad. All right. No one wants you to be not transparent. Okay. But there are a lot of people that are not transparent. And when they aren't, it can cause some really, really big problems. And I think a lot of times people don't quite get it. And the reason they don't get it is because they just don't understand. And they don't understand because, for example, things like transparency, that's really important. And I can tell you that, it's about that. Okay. And I know you're probably saying, John, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But there's a lot. Think about that for a minute. Think about what that means to you. I think a lot of people don't get it because they don't know what it means to them or how that can affect them. All right. I think that's really important to know. I think people don't understand because they think that by understanding, they're going to go back. But in reality, when you're transparent, you don't go backwards, you go forward. The next point is customer or client focus. You need to be customer or client focused. That is so very, very important. If you're not customer or client focused, it's a problem. Prioritize your clients' needs and ensure their satisfaction and their loyalty. So enhance time management through better planning. I always say that you should under promise and over deliver. That's really important. You should have a family-like culture. Okay. That's really important. The next one is sustainability. Okay. Knowing that sustainability is important. Integrate sustainable practices to optimize resource and manage time. And under culture, I just want to tell you that it's about cultivating a supportive and collaborative work environment for improved productivity. That's the key there. But a lot of people I know that are in business, they don't get management. And the reason they don't get it is because they're there, punching a clock. I always say there's two types of people. There are people that go to work for a paycheck, and they're people that go to work for an experience to improve the quality of their life. The people that are going paycheck to paycheck, they're not going to do anything more than what you've probably asked them to do. That's just their modus. They really don't really care. And I think a lot of people need to understand what it means. And what it means is something that you may not understand. Okay. And you may not understand it because people don't get what's going on. And the reason they don't get what's going on again is because they don't understand where things are going, why things are going a certain way. Maybe they understand things, but they're not taking the path that they need to take, right? Maybe. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are. And so if that happens, then I feel that you as an individual, okay, will have challenges because things are not going to be in alignment for the greater good of your company and your clients. All right. So we talked about family culture. We talked about sustainability. Sustainability is very, very important. If we don't have sustainability, then things are going to fall apart, right? Having the practices to optimize resources and manage time effectively comes down to integrating sustainable practices for the optimization. This is very important. But a lot of people don't think this is what should be, but it really is what it should be. Okay. So I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand. And the reason they don't understand it is just for that one reason. And that one reason is that it doesn't make sense. Okay. It does not make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then people may not do what they should be doing. Okay. And I know you're probably saying, hey, John, this is great. This is wonderful. But is it really what you think it is? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to who you are as a person. Okay. Who you are as a person. And if you can't do something for the greater good of all concerned, it's going to fall apart. It's going to fall apart. The next point that's very important is learning and development. Okay, learning and development. Invest in continuous learning to stay ahead and manage your time more efficiently. There are ways that you can learn how to be better with your time. We talked about one, which was the writing things down on a piece of paper. That's just one of many techniques, but that's something I really like a lot. I also love to listen to music like rainy day cafe, jazz music, because it kind of makes the mind like rest, but in a way that doesn't distract the rest. It actually enhances the learning, which I think that's a really cool thing. All right. The next thing, ladies and gentlemen, I think is very important is understanding that teamwork is something that you have to understand. Okay. Teamwork is about collaborating effectively with your team to streamline tasks and boost productivity. All right. That's what it's about. If you don't get what teamwork is, then I feel that you're probably barking up a wrong tree. Okay? You're probably barking up a wrong tree. And that's important. Okay? You're barking up a wrong tree. And if you bark up a wrong tree, then I don't know. I feel like you're not going to be happy with what's going on in your life. Okay? So, teamwork. Well, let's just go through and review these again. So, we talked about the significant pillar, one of them of many, of time management is organization. We talked about the fact that your mission, your values, and your vision, they are very, very, very key. I mean, they are so key that you could not imagine how key they are. Does that make sense to everyone? Does that make any sense? Think about what all that means. I think a lot of times people get lost because they think something should be a certain way, but they don't. And then for whatever reason, they get lost. And I know you're probably saying, John, mission and values. So let's talk about this. What is a mission? What is a value? What's a mission and what is a value? What's a mission and a value? So vision, mission, and values, they do differ. Okay. They're similar, but they differ. The vision is what you hope to achieve on the long term. The mission is how you will achieve it. So again, the vision is what you hope to achieve. The mission is how. Okay. And the value is the behavioral classifications required to deliver that. I think that's really, really key, ladies and gentlemen. We also talked about the value of open communication. If you're not open, well, then you're closed and you could miss a really great opportunity. Customer focus and client focus. If we're not focused on our clients, then how are we going to stay in business? We can't run a business based on what we want. We have to do what they want and what they need. Family-like culture. We have to be supportive for each other. That doesn't mean we're here to be everybody's friend, but we're here to support each other. Okay? There's a difference, and I want to make sure you understand that difference really clearly. Sustainability. People get very lost with this. What is sustainability? It's a social goal for people to coexist on Earth over a long time. This can be things like, not using plastic straws. It could be things like making sure things are biodegradable in so many years, right? I think that's really important. And then learning and development. If we know how to learn and we can appreciate what that means, then I believe that's a pretty big thing for all of us, okay? And then the last piece, ladies and gentlemen, is teamwork. We have to embrace teamwork, okay? It's not something we do because we have to. It's something we should do because we want to. We choose to collaborate effectively with different members on our team. And by doing this, it eliminates double work. It eliminates the fact that, somebody did something and then you have to redo it. It makes sure that what's getting done is going to be done in the most efficient and most productive fashion. That's really what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am by now, but if you don't, I'm going to share it with you. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic Sunday night here. We've got more to share with you, but do check out BelieveMeAchieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations, and I'll catch you guys then.